Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Evil Genius 2 here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. Okay, so on the last episode we started to fill in our vault and we acquired the last remaining class of minions, so our technicians. So currently we are running on this minimalistic operation, and obviously things are gonna have to change. So one of the things which I have been actually heavily considering is that eventually what I'm gonna try to do is move the entire living quarters from here to some other section, and this whole section would be turned into like a zigzaggy hallway filled with traps. So therefore some of the research which we are going to be conducting is going to be focused towards having access to traps too, because well, we're going to need them. Now, I unfortunately did not have that much luck on the previous run, and that is one of the main reasons why I had constantly been running low on guards and all the other subclasses of the militaristic section of our minion class. But we're gonna definitely try to change things around and see what can be done. So what can be like a next research which we are gonna be focusing on? Since we're still apprehending the enemy, I was thinking that we are gonna focus on researching the weapons so that our minions, since they are focusing on melee combat right now because we don't have access to guns or rifles, this should be somewhat beneficial. We should also try to take a look at improving Maximilian stats, because so far I did not build the inner sanctum. However, on this mission or this episode, I will definitely try to do so because, well, let's honestly face it, we need it in order to progress through the main story. So question is, what would be like a good enough research to take a look at? I was thinking, and let's increase our broadcast strength. This is gonna help us out. And we're gonna try to take a look at our money situation. So we will need 17,000 gold in order to pay the wages. So we're gonna have to wait for expansion of the vault. Right now we are sitting at maximum of 108,000 gold, which is, or 108,000 gold, which is awesome. But yeah, we really need to make sure that we're gonna be able to pay the minions, otherwise we're gonna run into hell of an issue.
A scheme has succeeded.
Okay, so we have had a scheme successfully run, so we're gonna start to reduce the heat in the region. We're gonna cancel this reduction of heat because this region is now free, and we're gonna relaunch a different scheme so that we can get our money up and running. Okay, so I'm doing things a bit more differently. I'm trying to focus on making sure that the timing is done correctly, and so that we do not waste too much time by having the quests or schemes run completely, because it's kind of pointless for some of these things to have a full run, especially considering the fact that it's not necessary for them to keep on going for so long. Okay, next thing which we're gonna have to take a look at is gonna be definitely our power plant here. So I'm gonna be planning on slowly removing the older generators and replacing them with the nuclear ones. This means that of course there's gonna be some remodeling and stuff, but because I did not build any capacitors as of now, I cannot just go in all willy-nilly and get this thing constructed. So we're gonna have to wait here a bit. Be actually funny if the entrance to the Doomsday device would be through the inner sanctum, but we're gonna have to see how that is gonna turn out. I still have not constructed a couple of things. really thinking we should try to focus on armoring and put it somewhere around here. I'm quite sure that the prison section and the medical facility will be moved around. Hell, majority of these things are gonna get moved around, so I don't have to worry about that, but that is for much later on because we're gonna need to research a whole lot more stuff in order to just gain access to, like, let's say this section of the initial level of our base. And please escort all the agents outside. Okay, so we have research almost done. We're gonna have enough money for our salaries. We're gonna go ahead. We can theoretically go for the big screens. I mean, they are reducing the heat. The unfortunate thing is that they occupy a stupid amount of space. As you can see, for this we need to progress further in the campaign, so there's not really that much hurry. I would love to, however, try to get access to like the lower floor, but I was thinking let's go with the stun rack first.
Research has begun.
So for this we require the impact analyzer, and because we have only one of them, but soon we need to pay off the salaries, I need to wait on purchasing like 2 more of them. So the good thing about this lab facility is the potential to expand further. We will require quite the expensive equipment because these things cost 30,000 a pop, and they consume some stupid quantity of energy.
Paid.
Okay, we have one region which really needs to be reduced in heat, so let's do that. We do not want to get locked out. No. Okay, so we are currently getting money from 2 regions. I can stop this. We're gonna wait for a scheme to pop in the southern Saber territories. Do we get only the... No, we get also the green one. Wonderful. So we're gonna go and approve that. So far, the helicopter bug has not repeated itself from the previous run. Okay, chances are we might be able to get this thing built. So let's put it down. We have 7 minutes, so hopefully we will be able to build up to 17 grand. And we are running multiple schemes. We might be tempted to build in more of these stations, but the thing to keep in mind is that we will be definitely planning on expanding the comm room because we're gonna need a whole lot more space for this thing to be fully operational. Okay, how are we looking? Pretty damn good, One of these is producing 10 points, so I will first need to build a nuclear reactor in order to remove these 2. Or we can build some capacitors and then we can start screwing around a bit more. These ones are not that expensive. 16,537. We can squeeze in 3 of them, so let's go ahead and approve that. What the hell happened here? You better be fixing it. We kind of do need this stuff for the research. And because we're gonna be getting the club racks, I was really thinking that we will need to put down an armory somewhere so that our guards have some proper place to rest up. I still am planning on using this initial space over here for expansion of the casino, because as you can see there are clearly new agents moving in, and yeah, Thankfully, this region has been selected for the distraction, and even this hallway over here. Later on, if we're gonna get the other research done, I'm gonna most likely highlight this as a kill zone. It's hard to tell right now, but I was thinking that the armory can be put over here. Or we can theoretically squeeze it here. It's gonna be at least like connected to the incinerators and the prison, or I'm just gonna put it over here. I'm still trying to determine a good spot for let's increase Maximilian's stats for now. I still am wondering where to put that what do we call it? Inner sanctum thingy. I was actually thinking I would put it here, so the excavation is gonna cost me more.
Research has begun.
But I'm not that keen on that, because if Symmetry and other super agents are gonna be popping in for the vault, it's kind of dangerous to have Max over here. He might be potentially in danger. So I'm heavily trying to consider this location as the Inner Sanctum locale. Okay, we're gonna have to reduce the heat in this region. So we have... Okay, we can cancel this. We're gonna wait for a different color to theoretically pop in. I would love to see an orange scheme right now in order for me to send out some of those muscle minions. Because we are sending out lots of scientists in order to run these schemes, but... you know what, let's just run this thing and gather up that cash, because we need the money to be coming in. So Inner Sanctum, because there is the tougher rock, the excavation is gonna unfortunately cost me a bit more cash. I'm gonna probably have to wait up to build up more money. So armory and other things, all of this stuff needs to happen. Do we have any side stories? No, not right now. So we definitely need to progress further with the main story in order to start unlocking more things, such as getting henchmans in and God knows what else. Okay, so the research is being conducted. I'd really love to expand somehow at least one of these sections for food consumption, but just don't have that much space. And if I really want to then turn this into like a hallway entrance where they are gonna come in through here, and then we can make it like force them to go here and then just keep on going all the way, and we can start combining all these sorts of weird combinations, such as, I don't know, what are our options? Like, we can combine giant fan with the poison darts with the shark tank and other things, because there are these ridiculous achievements in the game where if you combine some of these traps, you get like achievement 777, which low quantity of players have. I have achieved it somehow by a miracle where the fan blower blew some agents through the darts and then into the shark tank, but it was just not meant to be, unfortunately, with Zelica. So maybe with Max I'm gonna do better job this time. Okay, so we are able to accumulate a bit more money this time around, which is awesome. Let's see. The Inner Sanctum. If we were to build the Inner Sanctum...
Salaries.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work, huh? not really sure if this qualifies properly. We're gonna definitely have to research the other types of doors.
Research has begun.
So let's do that because I want to make sure we have those more difficult to crack in doors for our power plant and all of these things. So this would be like a really tough corner to get into. Okay, so we are finishing off this, and this means that we're going to be able to collect the reward. So let's take a look at what it is.
What I need is a strong right hand, a devious intellect worthy of helping me on my quest for world domination.
What about me, boss?
You're not strong. You're barely even an intellect. No, there are plenty of criminal masterminds out there in the world. Let's get one on the payroll.
Okay, so this should theoretically start a side story. And we need to recruit one of these. So we have the possibility to recruit a swordman. You can only recruit one henchman now. So with the Zelika, we did recruit computer. That was perfectly fine. But I feel like maybe we should try to have somebody else for this run. I don't think I'm gonna... Let's go with the swordman. That sounds kind of fun for a megalomaniac as a super baddie.
Side story begun.
So this means recruit henchman from the world stage, complete a recruit side story, recruit henchman from world stage. Okay, so can we put in... If we put in this chair, it's gonna let Max at least restore his stats. The problem is, the chair is kind of ridiculously expensive. 15,000. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen that easily. We do have, however, 5 points of broadcast capabilities. So I was thinking, maybe we should consider expanding the criminal network a bit more. We're gonna be getting all these doors.
Research has begun.
Let the scientists do their thing. Because if we have more regions, it might be easier for me to save up more money. And by saving up more money, I just might be able to pull off
A new criminal network has been established.
some bigger projects. So we can see over here that the swordsman seems to be located in what would be Japan. Now let's run the scheme, and we're gonna have to establish criminal network over there as well. This is gonna leave us 3 points of broadcast capabilities. So
Salaries paid.
theoretically what might happen is eventually, once we research the second tier of criminal network, we might try to take a look at that. But right now what I want to do is the power plant thingy.
A new criminal network has been established.
Awesome. So we're gonna go and launch this thing for the henchman. We can cancel this in order to have some scheme running for money. So far I only see the one with the worker minions. Okay, here goes the one with the scientists. So let's send them out. Okay, so how do we want to do this exactly? We can sell these 3 doors. Put in the tougher to get in through doors.
This build order will drain all your power supplies.
Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that. Might have to work a bit differently here. So we're gonna probably be running dark for a bit, which is an unfortunate thing. But we need to make sure that we get the job done. We need 4 tiles for this one. Yeah. It's unfortunate. If we would go like this, I might be able to squeeze you in here. The issue is this space over here, which I still cannot excavate into. And even if I would like try to, let's say, fill this in with the stone. Because I was thinking maybe I would put down like a bunch of these. And I would, let's say, fill this in like so. Because I will not be able to put in anything. So this would do. We would be still in a negative output for energy. Not good. Wow, okay. So I need to revert this. We need to do this differently. So we are blocking off trying to determine what would be the right choice for us. There's just a ton of space in between there. I'm not crazy about that. I would do, however, this. And then put them like so. Now we're cooking something. But we are still in a negative output of energy. So we would need to build at least one more in order to just equalize the energy being consumed. And how would I do that, eventually? If we start moving around capacitors too, that means that we're definitely gonna be running dark. Not really crazy about this thing over here. Maybe I'm gonna have to fill it in. So in order to have like an equal amount of space, and if we were to build these, so obviously I will not be able to do this in like one run, because we would definitely go bankrupt. I'll be able to put you in like this. This would get us into quite the positive energy balance. I'm thinking. Damn, it won't accommodate 5 of them. So the funniest thing is that they almost accommodate the same amount of space as the nuclear power plants. They are just one tile, not as wide. So we might be able to... do this. This would get us to quite the positive balance, but the issue is, yeah, we will not have money for salaries and such. But okay. Don't want to be selling the capacitors. So I can see approving this. This is gonna cost me almost double of what we have in our budget. It might go dark. It's gonna be a tough cookie to crack, honestly, due to...
You're in emergency power.
Yeah, if we're gonna be removing the capacitors, we're
You've run
definitely
out
going
of
dark.
power. Build more generators.
These boys need some more brain stimulation.
Research has been paused.
So we have completed a stage in the side mission thingy. I would love to run the reduction of heat, but without the energy, we are unable to do this. Without the energy, they are unable to also increase their smarts or whatever the re-educational chairs are used for. So this will be an important thing for us to monitor. Come on, fellas. Build it up.
You're running low on power.
Okay.
Build more generators.
Well, salaries might be an issue now. Or maybe not.
You're running out of coal.
Maybe definitely yes.
Maybe rubber bank?
Yeah, so she's gonna build that. We're gonna be able to be set with energy for at least a bit of a time, but kind of terrified here. Why are you complaining about these things when you have access to them? Okay, so there are multiple things which we need to first look at. First I want to reduce the heat in set region. Okay, are we reducing heat in any of these regions currently? We are running 1 scheme, 2 scheme, 3, 4, 5 schemes simultaneously. We are definitely gonna have our money for the salaries. I'm just afraid I might need to invest more into the re-educational chairs here. So if we were to build or expand like this, what if we would do this? This should allow me to squeeze
Not
in.
enough gold to complete this construction.
Yeah, also the problem here is that we are close to the payday, so we need to wait up here before we can actually build these. Hey, we do have the dude. He's already here. That's so awesome. So I really don't understand why do I need to like keep triggering the other potential companions.
Salaries paid.
Because we were in with Zelica trying to mess around with that junior dude who had the silver gun, and it led to almost no benefit whatsoever. It just felt like I was triggering him to bring in more and more heat and more agents in return. This way we're gonna be able to accommodate 8 chairs. So awesome. We're gonna improve this so that our minions can do whatever it is that they do in these weird gizmos. Okay, we need to save up some cash in order to run another research. So we have all 4 of these. Basic training evil, multi-gem, advanced guard post. Yeah, these are okay. There's a lot of stuff which we need to take a look into. Can theoretically go and work on our henchman
Research has begun.
so that he is much more effective. It's gonna work for now. Complete a recruit story. And what exactly do we need to do in order to do that? Oh, so I just collect this. Why isn't the audio working for Max? Welcome to the team. I trust the minions briefed you on your way here.
You evil geniuses are all the same. Something about a new criminal empire?
Oh, but my plans are so much grander than that.
The last one said that too. Let's see what you're made of, eh?
Okay, so we're gonna be able
Now
to...
this is all set up, it's time for me personally to take over the world. Cancel my calls. I'm going into politics.
Done. Believe it or not, you don't get that many calls. What with this being a secret lair and all.
That'll change once they elect me to be president of the world.
That is a horrible idea. I would not want to take that as a potential position. But okay, so now we will need to bribe governments on the world stage, capture political ADs from your cover operation, interrogate the political ADs in your prison, purchase a country on a world stage. Interesting. Unfortunately, we are currently running schemes in all of the regions, so I cannot just simply all willy-nilly start doing stuff, so we will need to process this one thing at a time. At least good to know is that in 3 regions where we are operating, we should be able to
Research
capture
has been paused.
or bribe the government. That is gonna cost me unfortunately 5 grand in each region, so that's 15,000 gold out of my pocket. Okay, so where do we want to build the armory now? I was thinking we can build it like so. Make it nice and snazzy. Give them a couple of desks. Give them the monitoring thingies for the cameras.
Warning. Not enough power to power this build order.
Yeah, these 2 will have to do for now. And we're gonna give you 4 of these club racks for now too. We're gonna put in the reinforced doors as well. And I want to put in here the laser doors as well too, in order to slow down the rogues in case they would try to do whatever. Or rogues, sorry, rogues. Just ignore that.
You do not have enough power to sustain this build order.
We should have enough power to sustain whatever order I'm giving you. What are you talking about? What you talking about? Okay, so was it
Not
one?
enough gold to complete this construction.
This is gonna at least give the guards a proper posting place to stay around in. I might actually sell these
Not
two.
enough gold to complete this construction.
That might be an issue. Oh no, we are far away from having the payday.
Your capacitors are active. Build more generators.
Okay, and we're gonna go eventually for this thing. Come on, build me the freaking power, the generator. What? Come on, knock it off. Okay, so we have a region that is, we can process this. Well, we cannot really process anything right now because without the power, we cannot operate or give commands to the criminal networks. So please go ahead and fix this like ASAP. We're gonna have to also work on expanding our minion population and the other things which come along with that. The money is surprisingly, however, still coming in, which is the funniest thing of them all. We're gonna select these two to be maintained by muscle.
You're running low
Have
on
to start
power.
putting down.
Build more generators.
Let's confirm that. Okay, so the things which I want to do. Cancel this. We're gonna have to wait for a quest to pop over there. And we're gonna have to reduce the heat in set region. Scheme is currently running in here. Scheme is running in here. Scheme is running all over. I really don't want to be messing around with this region, to be perfectly honest. I hate the saboteur which lives there. Simple as that. We're gonna launch a scheme with our muscle minions in here. Oh, do I really want to go into the Peru or the Central Smash Republic? Really don't like this. The thing to keep in mind is that we are gonna be able to, like, bribe 3 governments, so we are already occupying set regions. It's just gonna take some stupid time for us to get there. Let's give you fellas something to
Research
research.
has begun.
Let's start using the impact analyzers there. These things are currently operating. It's awesome. I initially left out this section, but I'm quite sure we might have to expand the inner sanctum because take a look at how much space does just this stupid desk occupy. And we're gonna eventually need to bring in all those government officials or ADs in order to do whatever is necessary. Okay, so let's put down a couple of cameras just to be on the safe side and so that our muscle minions have something important to do. This will be an important place to have cameras in. I cannot put in anything over here. Might be able to put in this camera here. We should also consider having extinguishers in here because obvious reasons. So I'm gonna approve that. It's gonna give us something to work on. Gonna give ourselves some deadly gear to equip the minions with too. Yeah, because you see already we have hammer saboteurs.
Research has resumed.
And I don't want them to get in. Okay, political AD. Capture political ADs. So we're gonna have to
Do you see
capture.
that intruder? Capture them!
These two. We need to capture 3 of them.
Intruder captured! Hunt them down!
Let's give ourselves one more of these fancy desks. So it's 2 political ADs.
We have
Locate and grab that intruder.
Come on, you were right next to him. So the ADs are being
an
escorted
intruder
to the
has been
prison.
captured.
Need to wait for the resolve to go down.
Research has been paused.
That is done. We interrogate them. Purchase country on
Research
the
has
world
resumed.
stage. That's gonna be interesting. Okay, we should have access to a region to do something. This would increase the heat by 15. We would so totally get locked out, so let's get this process first. I know, I can theoretically like cancel out these
An
quests
intruder has given us
or
their secrets.
schemes. The issue
We have
is
captured an intruder.
these schemes are bringing in the money too, so it would be kind of counterproductive for me to cut off my source of income. So we have captured them, we're gonna interrogate them, purchase country on the world stage, it's gonna have to wait. Okay, wonderful. So now the question is, let's go with some traps, right?
An intruder has given us their secrets.
Let's start researching the traps.
Research has begun.
So this has been done. Purchase a country on the world stage. It's interesting. These are all related to bribery. This region is gonna be almost heat-free. This region is soon gonna have the heat reduced. Then we can take a look eventually at this. It's kind of good that I have at least 2 of these stations put in for our scientists to get us that intel. Are we starting to run low on bunk beds? I'm thinking maybe. So the solution to that issue is... I know it's not the largest amount, but that's 12 additional bunks. I do understand that we have 111 minions currently in our lair, which is not the largest number, but I still don't understand why with Zalika we were only able to max out at 300. Is it possible that we had to research all the way up here to this tier to get even more minions, or is like 300 really the maximum occupancy, which seems kind of insufficient. I mean, I'm quite sure we should be able to accommodate more things. Let's put in 2 more of these things. Do wonder how the old sword master is gonna be able to help us out. How did you get all the way in here? We should also
Research
consider
has been paused.
doing what I did in the previous run, and that was to replace like a small section in here and put down
Research has resumed.
camera, because this way we can already see whoever is trying to enter.
Research has begun.
The layer through the casino. Okay, so money is coming in. We can cancel this thing. We're gonna have region with money too. Let's see if we can get other type of scheme. Yeah, okay, let's send out the muscle. Okay, we're gonna have to reduce the heat in this region. I'm actually really considering using up the intel, because this way I can at least immediately
A scheme has
launch
succeeded.
this. So that should mean that one of the governments should be bribed. I want to get at least one done in this episode. Soon the heat in the southern Saber territory is going to be down too, so we're going to be able to bribe this region too. A region, or government, or whatever you want to call it. Potato, potato.
Task complete.
Oh, or did we purchase a country? Interesting. I was actually really thinking we are bribing them. So we have heat 16. If I would try to run a heat like this would get us to 46. I'm gonna first reduce the heat in the region. I think it's gonna be better for us. The question is if I should try to increase the... Let's get the technicians up to this, let's get you up to this, let's get you up to this, and let's get you up to 17 for now. Okay, awesome.
Research has begun.
So we are gonna be researching all these lower ranked traps. And eventually we might be able to move the living quarters into like a massive section over here and give them entrance. Like this entire section could be theoretically filled for living quarters, including your brain stations, your EGTVs, your cantinas, your bunk beds, your lockers,
Salaries
and give them
paid.
access to both this hallway and this hallway. Therefore they would be able to gain access to the vault in case any rogues would decide to show up, because I am kind of in Symmetry's territory, so I'm already asking for lots of trouble, as is. Bribe governments. So this is one bribery where we're gonna have to be... Okay, we're gonna be able to do this. This is being reduced. Here we're gonna have to wait. Our money is being accumulated, which is good to know. It's gonna give me the chance to expand our capacity even further.
A scheme has succeeded.
So let's go and build these over here.
Not enough gold to complete this construction.
Okay, this is gonna be too pricey, so let's go like this. 54. And we can approve the
Research has
pinball
begun.
bumper thingy. So there should be a region. Let's reduce the heat. So we have one bribed government. This is gonna be the second one. And we're gonna be forced to expand somewhere else. So I was thinking maybe we might actually go into the Patriot region. Or Patriot region. Patriot, Jesus. We're gonna go into Greenland. And we're gonna be able to bribe the government there. And we might be then able to, of course, retreat from Agent X's region, or I might be able to stick around, who knows. So far we are running low criminal network tiers, so
A new criminal network has been established.
there's that. But the thing to keep in mind is that I'm currently tapped into what is it? Patriot, Hammer, Saber, and Anvil. The only region where I'm staying away from is so far Smash Republic. So our minions are leaving the lair. We're gonna be able to accumulate even more money right now. So that's fine. The research that is being worked on. I wanted to get this for you. And I wanted to give you the club racks for actual kills. So let's approve that. We're gonna need to go for another power plant soon. So we know that here we want to keep the capacitors. So what if we were to trying to consider how to build this thing up.
Salaries paid.
And we can theoretically go with the laser
Not
wall.
enough gold to complete this construction.
So we are after payday, so that's fine. We're gonna have to reduce the heat in 2 regions, I'm assuming. Yep. So that has been taken care of. Another scheme has been done, so we are gonna have to
Power
reduce the
restored.
heat in here as well. Okay, we're able to cancel this, and we're gonna be able to relaunch a scheme running from this region. I'm hoping we're gonna get some other color than yellow, but if not, I'm okay with this. I know it's only 54,000 over an hour, so it's not like the biggest money maker. Okay, we are done with reduction of heat in the region.
A scheme has
Hoping
succeeded.
for something else. We're gonna have to reduce the heat in here. And it looks like we're gonna get only the yellow ones, so let's send them out. Let the minions work. 14,000. We are not having yet enough money to pay for our salaries. So I'm assuming that we're gonna have to start running a certain strategy, which I did not implement in my previous attempts for how to run the game. And that is that we should try to make sure that at all times we have at least certain amount of funds available in our vault so that we know we will be able to pay the salaries. This is done also in RPG games. When, like, once you reach 1000 gold, you try to keep minimum of 1000 gold. Once you get to 1500, then you don't go below that amount of money. Once you get to 2000, then you try to have at least that amount of cash. So we know that we will require 21,037. So currently I'm able to pay the salaries. The thing to keep in mind is that I will need to ensure, I'm not really sure what I tried to build here. I'm gonna have to make sure that I will have at least like 25,000 gold in my vault at all times in order to accommodate the needs of my minions, because we have seen what happens if they don't get paid. And the later in the game, when we are getting more and more agents to come in and do God knows what, it's gonna be that much more detrimental to us. Okay, so their suspicion is down. They've been politely asked to leave. We have club racks, we have stun baton racks, we have acquired our super baddie. We do have now the option to start running into the other classes of minions. And I was actually thinking about this is gonna be difficult. If we go with the biologists, we're gonna have the organic sample, centrifuge, and the sushi bar, which I'm still pissed about that it only serves these kinds of, or the technicians, and so on. So hold on, let's see if we can... New item, diner bar. That would be actually kind of beneficial because diner bar serves everyone. We'll be able to have mercenaries. Mercenaries are much more deadlier with firearms. So, I don't know. But I know one thing. The episode has been quite long, so how about we keep the hiring or the recruitment of the other minion subclasses for the next episode? I think so far I have improved a whole lot more in comparison to the mess which I was running in the first base. It wasn't fault of Zelica, it was just me not understanding certain in-game mechanics. So that's the unfortunate thing. But I'm quite sure I'm gonna be able to improve.
Salaries paid.
And by constantly improving, we're gonna maybe be able to achieve Maximilian's evil plan of world domination, or although if he wants to be world president, that is have to be the dumbest idea I have ever heard. So yeah, we're gonna try to make sure that everything is in tip-top shape. We can work on the henchman. We do have the money.
Research has begun.
I'm quite sure the old sword master is gonna appreciate that.
I'm listening. As you wish.
So yeah, if you did like this episode, give it a like. Helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. If you are interested in more Evil Genius 2 series or playlist, go check it out. It's gonna be featured at the end of the video. Also, if you're interested in more games or other things, which I'm currently covering on the channel, go check out the link. It is in the description. It will lead you to the channel itself. I publish content on a weekly basis in case you are interested, from Mondays till Fridays. You will see playthroughs, early game reviews, you will see some guides or some other things like comparisons. That's actually something which I have been a bit more focused lately, so who knows what type of fun content will be published on the channel. And consider subscribing, as it helps me create a bigger community around the games which we all do like. After all, I'm just your casual player, so don't expect any miracles, but I'm definitely gonna try to do some miracles here on the channel. And I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Thank you for your continuous support. In case I have missed out on some tips or something which you have included in the comment section, I do apologize, and that is gonna be it. Thank you for watching, everyone, and bye bye for now. Okay, so we can do one final thing. Do the final bribery, and that should do the traditional method.
Research has been paused.
And that's gonna be it for the episode.
Research has resumed. Salaries paid.
It seems that No amount of money will convince the people of the world to elect you, sir.
That confirms it. Politics is ridiculous.
It was beneath you, sir. You should stick to what you know.
What I know? Yes. Why be a politician? I'm a genius. Time to build something that kills people beautifully.